everybody's doing good, staying safe, doing good. I hope everybody has a great beginning of the year. Have been drawing, being creative, even if you're thinking about the work you're going to do. Um, Today, as you see, we have an unfinished chart that there's a video of it. So what you see so far, there's a video for it. We're gonna finish it today. Um, and I'll talk more about it as we do. Um, if you have this to complete it, today's the day. Um, if you don't have it with you physically, right, but you have done it and it's somewhere, what we could do is um, you do what I'm gonna do in this video, right? And when you find the rest, what you see here, you can cut this in scissors and glue it to the other sheet. So my apologies if you weren't aware that this is what we're doing today. Um, Also, you can start. So what you could do is you can start what we're going to do today. These eight ones, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You can start them in this format and fill the rest with the other video, or start like I am, in this section to the right bottom, and fill the top ones. There are 15 of them, so there's 3 rows of 5 different expressions. Obviously, we could come up with more. There's thousands of different emotions humans portray, and I'll talk more about what we're doing and why are we doing it as we keep drawing. Okay, so get your paper. If you happen to have this one unfinished, that's the project. If you don't, like I said, don't worry. Just let's get some drawing done, and we'll figure out later how to put what we do today with the work you already have, or look at the other video um, a few weeks ago and finish it. Right, fill the whole sheet or chart. Um, you need the paper, you need the pencil. Have please more than one. You need a pencil sharpener and a good eraser. So my pencils have good erasers uh, in the back of them. So that comes very handy. Ready? So I'll go over what we did, and as you can see, there's a word for the emotion right under the face. And what I was about to say is that I'm going to write that emotion of this next 8 under it. And that's for me for the process of drawing, making it easier. So this is another skill, not skill, but suggestion um, to make your life easier. Um, there's many steps in what we do, not just drawing, right? So if you could actually, in the process of doing something, make that process less repetitive, or for you to struggle, you find ways to simplify that, right? Meaning, for these next 8 emotions or feelings, rather than every time I finish one trying to figure out what the next one was that I was planning to do, I'm going to actually write the emotions or feelings under them and then draw them. Okay, that way I could just target each one as I go and not every single time have to wonder what was the next one that I was planning to do. Okay, so lists, basically what I'm asking is you could have another piece of paper or somewhere you could write on as you work in any art, to take notes, to write what you are about to do, right? Get your thoughts together. Okay, so the title and how are you feeling, it was a funny turn of why these charts are usually done. You see them in a classroom for children, or in the refrigerator of your home or somewhere, or a poster at some office or place, and you basically pick, or you're a little bit more aware by looking at what you choose, what expression or feeling, emotion, sensation you actually are at that moment or during the day by picking which one from the chart. Okay. Um, so we have happy. We start with happy, and the woman or girl. Let me explain what makes her look happy, right? So all the eyes don't have to be open in these expressions, but when they're open, we're gonna try to show the pupil, the black little dot. That we could go more in detail, but this is simplify and cartoony to emphasize the expression. Okay. So basically, they look cartoony, but their expression is very clear. There's no question about it. Okay. So when you do a real portrait, more realistic, you are aware of these um, aspects of the face and you put them on your portrait. Okay. You just have to make those things look realistic. That's all. So that's why they look like cartoony. It's easier for us to work faster, right? And the point of the project is to emphasize the facial expression. So she was smiling, like a smiley, and I opened her mouth to make her more. Um, it's like a moment, right? Like an impression of the moment where she smiles, and very easy by darkening the bottom and showing some whiteness up here is the teeth. So her eyebrows are a little raised and curved, and they're right in the middle. Okay. So sad is the second one. So his mouth turns the other way from happy, right? Upside down. The eyes are still open, but the eyebrows, I cannot emphasize this and like much more. Eyebrows are extremely expressive. So these eyebrows are turned um, to the out, they're turned out. So that's what makes him sad. I'm gonna get back to him in a moment. Surprise, her eyebrows, just like smile, are right center, but they were raised. You see, they're raised up. That's what happens when you surprise. You open your eyes to grasp what is it that you're seeing. Her eyes are not that big, but they're open, and I made the pupil maybe smaller to emphasize there's a lot of more white of the eye, and the mouth open is gasp. So that's a good note of being surprised. Matt is the fourth. His mouth is neither smiling or sad, so we put it neutral. And the eyes are open, but just the turning of the eyebrow in, that just such a strong effect, and that's what makes him mad. So from this, look at those eyes, to this, right? It's opposite. So this turns outwards, this turns inwards. Sad to mad, or kind of angry. Crying, same thing as sad, but I open the mouth, right? And that tells us that this person is being vocal about their emotion. So they're going to be crying out loud or making a sound. There's tears, right? But and their eyes are closed, eyebrows are turned outwards, like sad. But then the eyes are also turning outwards. Okay, so I could have put the eyes, not the eyebrows, the eyes like neutral, but by turning them outward, it emphasizes the eyebrows even more. Okay, perfect. Worry. So it's the eyes are like sad. Usually that's an emotion where you're not, not every time you're worried you're sad, but you obviously not happy. So you could be in the process to get sad. So the eyebrows are turned outwards, more in towards the eyes, mouth open, because it's a surprise to be worried and showing a little teeth. And I made a fun one of sleepy. So in this one, we add the hand to emphasize she's yawning. The mouth is open. The letter C, like a symbol we all use to emphasize someone is sleeping. And the eyebrows and the eyes are closed. That's all. This could also have been bored if you don't put the letter Z. So instead of sleepy, you could do bored. Someone that's bored, yawning, right? But the eyes closed gives it that it's sleepy. Okay, so let's write the next emotions and get going with them, okay? And I really don't know how they're going to look like, so I'm going to be coming up with the actual look of each character as I go. Perfect. So we will have furious, by the way, let's see, can you see that? Furious. By the way, you as I was talking, I hope you got your paper together as 5 ovals, 3 rows of 5 ovals. And the way we did it is if we find the middle, let me explain that before. We found the middle of the paper right here that splits the paper from left to right. We don't make any mark. We just visually find that spot, which is like right here for me. Okay. And since I have 5 faces, 3 rows, right? So the ovals are going to be on a size that I can fit 3 rows. Because there's 5, I can have 2 on each side. And the fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one is right through the middle. And then I get 5 evenly. So 5, 5, and 5. Okay? So you can start what I'm going to do now up here and watch the video where we did this and do the rest on that video. Or you could start right in the middle of the paper, second row, just like I'm going to, and then fill this up here later. Okay? Those are your choices. And if you have the sheet with you, you could just finish, just like me, the chart. So we have furious, we have annoyed. So write annoyed. We have shy. I may get closer as I work, okay? Shy. We have um, mischievous. We have amused. We have embarrassed. We have proud. Actually, let's do hopeless. We have hopeless. And then we have proud. Okay. If you need to see the title up here later, how are you feeling? We could do that at the end if you haven't done it. All right. We did this on the last video. And the idea is you fill it out on your mind, choosing one of the emotions. But I'm going to erase and right? Not show you the title, so we could actually see all of these faces as I work. Maybe focus a little more even. There you go. So we could also clearly see it. All right. The new ones, I mean, the new faces. So we could see the new faces. All right. So let's go to Furious. Furious will be, I'm thinking maybe we will have another video, maybe. Depends on, I just want to make sure I don't rush you guys, you know, I won't be rushing you. So let's see how it goes. And in some time, I'll let you know if we'll have to do another video to just wrap it up and we get the whole idea very, very well. Okay, so Furious. Furious, where is Matt? Or we haven't done angry, there's no need for angry, but you see Matt here? Furious, it is Matt. I mean, related, so, right? But we could play with the mouth for Furious, right? And we're going to show some teeth. And even though that could be Matt, it really emphasizes a little more being furious. Okay, so let's, if I erase our oval, is to now give it a neck, right? I know exactly where it's gonna go. The oval was pointing out where our face was gonna go. So let's see. Look at our friend surprised. Let's do furious. Furious will be, actually, you know what? We could probably do everybody's neck and face lightly. So furious will be, I'll do the ear, the neck. It's just like Matt, remember? I'm going to show you Matt over here to the kind of like top right. So I could do the nose, the eyes, gonna leave the eyebrows later because that effect I want to look at it when the mouth is also there. So look, we're gonna do a mouth that's open but showing teeth basically. So teeth will be divided in up and down, and then the teeth like this. Sorry, you see how I'm showing teeth. Now eyebrows, just like Matt, going in. Look how furious this person is. And the nose, actually, I want to do something with the nose. I don't know why it became like that. There's something we're going to do with the nose, so we need the nose to be like this. We could do like this. But look what I'm going to do with the nose, okay? I'm going to do the little wrinkles here on the sides. That shows the mouth is being raised, like, right? Hair, maybe. I'm gonna use the side of my pencil. Make it kind of round here on the top. And that person is furious. Matt is over here, furious. Okay, I am going to do the next three heads and necks, okay? That also helps me kind of picture them. But I'm not gonna do the top hair um, yet, but right? So look, basically I'm starting how it might be looking. So some of them are gonna be, let's make this one, which one is this? Annoy? Let's make this one like it's um let's make the roundness of the face different from each other is basically what I'm trying to do. Okay. So for annoy, we can actually do let's see. We could do a round face, a more round face. Ear, round. See how it's more round? Ear, up, neck. For shy, we can do a more narrow face, narrow oval. Okay. So we're doing just the shape around the head, and that helps our work as we move from one to one. Okay, so narrow, I said, so here, ear, narrow, which basically means shin, right? Ear, up. This ear has to be bigger. We'll figure out the hair and if it's female or male later. Okay, one more, because we could probably do the rest on another video. I think that's what's going to happen. I'll tell you in a few minutes now. So that will encourage you to those to feel they're like a little bit out of touch with what's happening because they didn't see the first video. Having another video after this one helps you for next time, next week, same time, same hour, next week to kind of catch up doing the top ones and then finish your chart with everybody, basically. Okay. If you don't have it complete today, there's another day, is what I'm trying to say, where everybody will get it done, completed together. Okay, so we have annoy, shy, the shape of the head. We're gonna do mischievous here. And mischievous, we could do another round face, but I'm gonna do it kind of more regular. Oh, and we forgot the neck here of shy, so we still need a neck. The neck is just you make sure it's narrow for this type of cartoon, so it's clear that it's the neck. If you make it too thick, um, it could get confusing to what it is in this type of drawing that is cartoony. Okay, so for mischievous over here, we'll have a kind of normal size head. Let's maybe do the ears behind the shape of the head just to make things a little different. So we'll go here, here. It's like a big letter U. Ear is behind, ear is behind, just to make it different. and the neck. 1, 2. So we're ready. This is basically like the canvas for our mischievous. We have annoyed and shy. All right, let's draw our annoyed. We're gonna draw our annoyed. So annoyed. So let me say this. These are all expressions, right? But some expressions can be hold longer than others, right? Like you could actually look at a person and see how they're feeling, and then you look 2 minutes later and they're still annoyed, right? They're showing that. But sometimes also someone can make just a momentarily gesture. Let's call, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, gesture. And that's what maybe we'll capture in some of this, because we're really emphasizing this is like a cartoon. So in a cartoon or graphic work, you want to really emphasize the obvious. Um, Again, if you do a portrait, or you have a, let's say we're drawing a group of friends and they're talking, and one is laughing. So now I could go back here and look at happy to represent that person, even if it's a realistic drawing, because the mouth, by making the mouth open, by making the eyebrows center, a little raise, maybe open the mouth more, it shows they might more likely be laughing, right? If someone looks at that person, doesn't have to look like cartoony if you're doing an actual realistic portrait, like Renoir, right? In the painting of his friends, there's a group of people talking. Some of them are not paying attention. Some of them start laughing. Okay, so annoy will have kind of like a gesture with the mouth by raising it a little bit, one side up. Sorry. So let's do the eyes. Let's do the nose actually. Let's do the nose first, and maybe this nose can be pointy. I'm not doing anything around the nose, I think. But let's do the eyes. Circle, open, pupil in the center. Okay. Mouth. Okay, so the mouth will be neutral. Neutral meaning just like math up here is neutral. But the thing here going horizontal is that we're gonna raise it to one side. Okay, look. You see? Now the eyebrows are gonna be not in an angle outwards, and not in an angle inwards, because that will be mad. It will be neutral, not curved like happy, just neutral. Look what happens if I go like that and like that. That's annoying. And if annoyed, actually, let me do something here, because I think if we bring this down, if he touches the eyes, look, if he touches the eye, you see how more serious the person gets? If you want them to be annoyed, like angry, then you could put the eyebrows like mad. You know how you could be annoyed, but then there's a person can also be annoyed in a level where now they're angry. So then you put the eyebrows inwards. Okay, let's do a different type of hair. I'm gonna do curly. So rows of like curves like this. All right. Let's get in here a little in the center. And all right. Annoyed. Shy. For shy, and I'll give you an anecdote now that I'm thinking of when I ask you to have a piece of paper next to you always, right? To sketch or write down. You could also, even before you do your art, and I recommend this, write down what you plan to do. You know, it sets your mind, it's part of the process to prepare for it. So just like a sketch, your thoughts also, anything that like helps you clarify in your mind what you're going to do is part of the process. So Leonardo in the Last Supper, right? That famous painting, The Last Supper, where the apostles are like um, talking or interacting. He wrote down. He used to write on his notebooks. You know, this person is going to be doing this. This person is going to be doing that, and they found that strange. But just take it from a master. Not because it's the Last Supper, any other painting. Um, it cleared his mind on exactly what he was going to represent. So, what better exercise? For shy, this is tricky because it's very subtle, I believe. Um, but definitely we want to make a small mouth. Let's do the nose first. Oh, sorry. So small nose because just the nose hasn't really affected much of the expressions, but small nose. Let's do the eyes. We're gonna close them like the person doesn't want to look what's in front of them. We're gonna close them, but not neutral. Okay, we're gonna close them in an angle going outwards, and that's the eyes. Okay, that's not the eyebrows. That's the eyes. Make them a little bit more. The eyebrows could be so the eyebrows above the eyes can be um, neutral, a little tilted outwards, and I'm making them thicker to emphasize that they're the eyebrows. So you see how already, yes, the person has the eyes closed, but it's a little sad or kind of like introvert. You know what I mean? So now the mouth is going to emphasize the whole expression about being shy. Okay, so let's make it neutral but small. That's it. And this one, I want to make it maybe a girl by making long hair like this and dark. Okay. With a real person and all this, you could get to do lips and things like that. But again, we're keeping it simple. So this is shy. The mouth, everything is simplified because the person or individual kind of wants to disappear, right? That's what makes them be shy. Okay. See that? So we have one more to go, and then I'll talk more about um, the, the what we're doing, the shark. Okay. Okay. We've done Furious. Let me show you. So look at mine and look at yours. You could copy it exactly, or you could change the cartoon, let's say hair, or whatever you want to do. You can make them all girls. But this is Furious. We just did this to start. Mouth open, teeth, raise, wrinkles of the nose, showing that raises the mouth, and then the eyebrows have to go in because that's what shows that the person is mad. Then we did annoyed, eyes open, normal, but the eyebrows are neutral. So you're not showing either anger or any expression of a strong expression, but the mouth neutral, raised, is like a little gesture, for annoy. And then shy, basically a person that's shy just do not want to be where they are. So they will close up. So they will, right, kind of crawl. Then people say, oh, I want to crawl on a ball, like high, like, right? So mouth is small, eyes are closed, eyebrows, it's not that they're raised, they just angle out, and the eyes in this person are angled out to emphasize that they're uncomfortable, not sad, but definitely not happy. Okay, then we have mischievous here. We're going to do, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a gesture too. So mischievous, what I thought, before we do this last one. I'm gonna pull this so you can see them all. You could actually also have done a game with someone if you have a granddaughter, grandson, niece, and you could cover you could have something that covers the word for the expression and have the child, or especially children, figure it out. It teaches them about social, emotional, right? Being able to recognize what others are feeling, or not just what others are feeling, but also the words to express how they feel, and not just always scream or cry, but they can use their words because they know how to recognize what those emotions are. You could have a mirror, try to match them, try to do them with your face. So if you look at a mirror and you copy this gesture, as silly as it looks, you can see how that looks on you and on a person. Okay, so you could draw it. So many artists look at the mirror of themselves to see how a hand looks. Yeah, if you're gonna, one of the exercises every artist do is they look at their own hand, to draw their own hand, to practice hands. So you could look at your face too to practice face. But another thing you can do before we do our last for today, mischievous, you could actually don't write the words or cover them. If you already wrote them, we could cover them with a piece of paper and have them here on the side. So it's not like if you have doubts, that will make it easier for a child. It's like a multiple choice, or sorry, matching, like a matching game. Rather than they don't know the words, they don't know, they can't come up with it, but it's right there in front of them and they can match it. Okay. But you have a list right here of the word, of the expressions, and then you have to match them, or the person has to match them. That would be an actual great way to also have this chart done. Okay, makes you pay more attention to what you're looking at rather than being given away right away, right? So if I have the list here and I look, crying, who's, well, crying is very, let's say, annoy. Oh, I see annoy here. So who's annoyed in these pictures? And you're looking for those little um, um, marks that express that someone is annoyed. Okay, so mischievous here in the corner. For that, it's going to be also a gesture. So let's do the nose. Let's do the. So what's happened here before I said let's do the eyes or let's do the mouth is that the mouth's gonna have a little gesture and the eyes are gonna have a little gesture, and the eyes gesture will be a wink. So mischievous, kind of like playful. That's the word too. I could have said playful. We could change this for playful. Yeah. If you want to keep mischievous, you could keep mischievous. I'm gonna write playful. I think it's great. I know someone that has this created bot, and then it's magnetic, so they have it in the refrigerator, and they have also magnetic, kind of like a little frame, an open frame. So you move the little frame, you move the frame to mark which face is the one you are at that moment. Okay, so playful. Let's focus again, closer. We have the nose. So the eyes, I say, is going to have a wink. So one eye is open for a wink. One eye will be closed with a little wrinkle. So for that, the wrinkles are usually on the outside of the eye, meaning towards the ear, right? So close the eyes, but then wrinkle it here. You see? Kind of like. Then the eyebrow is kind of raised here, and here is kind of raised on the side, on the wing. Let's do a pupil, and then let's do a pupil to the right here. Like if the person is looking to the side, because that's what makes it playful. So that's why I'm putting the person looking to the side, because it's being playful. Now the mouth is going to also be smiling. So to be playful, you're happy, right? To be playful, you will be happy. And then it's going to be raised to the side that the eye is closing. So raised, look, you see how it's raised? Maybe give it a little wrinkle of the nose here on that side. Because the wrinkle of the nose, really what it means is that the mouth is being raised. So I didn't do the wrinkles on both sides. I did a wrinkle on the side that's being raised, and that emphasizes that it's being raised. Okay? Got that? So I close one of them, one eye open. Then, sorry, it's a little out of focus. Then you will do the mouth too, also raise a little. And then the nose is a little wrinkle on that same side, the same size. Everything is being wrinkled on one side, and that makes it playful. Okay, the hair. This is another girl, but the ponytail. She has two ponytails, let's say, on the sides. So like this, this. One ponytail here. One ponytail here. The little circle here is like the bow. Looks funny, I know, the head, but I don't want to touch too much the person above her. Okay, so we have playful. I'm going to go over them again. Playful, so you can look at yours and try to make it just like mine. There's something here on the paper I cannot erase, so sorry about that little dot. Maybe it'll be a mole on the drawing. So we have playful, shy, annoyed, and furious. You could, again, as I always say, pause the video, right? When you're watching it to do your work, you could pause it because you control it, and then focus on something in the section you pause it. You could go back, okay? So you can go back and look more carefully at some steps we did. You can forward, and you can actually see the last one. Okay, so sorry, not the last one, but the one a few weeks ago where we did this first ones. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10, right? And then 11 here. So we have 4 left to do to get 15 different expressions. Um, and then this is something again that I recommend, as silly as it looks, but it's playful, that you put up. Okay, you could don't hide this, just put it up. I recommend you create an area where you do art. Um, so this is my recommendation. I recommend you create an area or a space at your house where you will do art. Okay, and if you can put this up on the wall, lower to when lower meaning when you sit down to work, you can still see it in front of you. And alongside with this, maybe a color chart. Some of the drawings we have done that are reference drawings, also reference meaning they show us something or how to do something so you could refer to it. um, and this is that type of drawing. um, a color wheel is a reference, right? Okay, so we have this to keep with us. Oh yeah, so the area where you're gonna draw or create art, you may think, oh, I don't have a space like that, and I don't have space to create that. That's fine. So you have your house, but even though it's not always a space to create art, and there's other things for what you use that space, make sure you know where that space is. So meaning when you do art and you sit in that space temporarily, it's always that space. So that's helpful, because when you feel like doing art or when you are watching this video, you go straight to that spot. You don't have to wonder where today I'm gonna have room. So anything you could avoid, any step you could avoid, right, and could make your process easier, will make the whole experience better. Um, so what I mean is you won't have to be questioning where am I gonna sit down to work, because you have an area designed assignated, sorry for that, even though it is not set for that. You could have one spot designated for 5 or 6 things. That's where I draw, that's where I fix things with some tools, that's where I write letters or write on my journal, right? So look, there's 3 things I could do in one area, right? When I read, that's the chair that I sit, that I like to read. I could read anywhere, but if I grab a book, right? Without question, I could just go to that spot and be okay reading there. All right, you got the idea. Next time, we're going to do amused, embarrassed, hopeless, and proud. And we'll have a chart. And I thought, this will be fun. And actually, if we have time, or the next video, after we complete this, I do want to show you how this cartoony chart can be used in more realistic drawings. So what we'll do is that um, I'll do we will do a realistic drawing of someone based. I mean, with one of these expressions based on this chart. Okay, just to show you how you can make art. If you think this is too cartoony, how you can create art a little more realistic based on this. Okay, so the next steps will be for the class videos, that the next video will be these last 4 expressions, and the video after we'll do a face. And I'm talking about the videos are at this time of the week, okay? So the 1 hour videos. If you see other videos, those are maybe longer and we'll have a different project. But for this project, we'll finish it, right? 15 expressions, and then another video after the week after to create art of someone based on this chart. All right. Um, Again, before I leave, or if you came halfway on the live playing of the video, where it's not easy to rewind, you can get access to this video and go back, go home, finish if you came in late. But okay, the thing here is you may see this and not even want to start because it's like I'm behind. No, watch the video and do what we did, right? There's a video where we did this first 7 there's a video for it, and you start in this way, right? 3 rows of 5, 1, 2, 3 of 5 ovals that represents the faces. Okay, if you start today, you could have started what I did, or you could have started over here, and then you fill in the rest with the other video. Basically, everybody will end up with a chart. And secondly, next video is where we all finish. Okay, so if you came in late, you're not behind. We'll finish all together next time. Don't ever come in or join a project or class and feel you can't do it. Okay, there's always the opportunity where you can catch up. All right. So um here's the list, one of the lists. You see I wrote some of the expressions, and I could actually practice. I could have practiced how someone looks um, surprised. Mhm. You know what I mean. So maybe a hat. The head is very round, but you get the idea. Um, this person is surprised. um, See you next time on the next video. This will be something fun to do. Get to do it. Yeah, I know you're looking at it and you wonder if you're capable of doing. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The video shows you step by step. Okay. It may look um, uh, tricky and busy, right? But it will end. Trust me, it will not. The process and the results will not be the what you may think of. Great. So one last flow of the expressions, and then we'll see you next. We'll say goodbye. Okay. So here says, how are you feeling? We start with happy. Start with happy. Sad. Surprise. Mad. Crying. Worry. Come on, worry. There you go. Worry. Sleepy. Furious. Annoyed. Shy. Playful. And next time we'll do amuse, embarrassed, hopeless, and proud. See you next time. Stay safe. Have a great week. See you soon.